according to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to I don't step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
This video taken by the I.S.U.P.K is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's repentant.
Niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but these coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I might have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life passing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they more want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sip that poo wow, got your laced up out your shoe now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on the nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip it damn nuts, yeah I know. Crazy what coon people will do for these hoes, but I ain't even pressed. I see why you going on, my nigga, you dead wrong. Bust a nut, boy, get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy. Black and white land, shit is crazy.
I'm freshen up, cleaner than the motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get the walking under cause she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, homie. Unleash it to the G. Who is he, that nigga from SC? Get your level straight before you approach a G. Zion TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Trying to shoot at us now later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the bow, blang, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
Shaw, that's it.
Shaw, man, you know what I'm saying? Realest nigga out here, man. Nigga turned up, feel me? Nigga turned the city up. Fucking with his music. We out of pull right
Where we at, though? Where we at?
Greenville, South Carolina, man.
Where we at?
Shout out Shaw, man. Turned up, man.
Damn right.
Fuck with it, man.
Get him in that. Right.
Birds, you did.
There go, brother. All right, let's clap it up. It's like if you could get the mics, Bubba Shaw. It's right there. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible, and the truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews. That the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They're both good. You only need one. Yeah.
Only one?
Yeah. There you go.
Want that one?
Yeah. We're not affiliated with any other Christian church or Hebrew Israelite group. 1 West is home of the truth. It was not under Commanding General Yahanna. It's not the truth. The white man's the devil the Bible speaks of. I don't know if you know that, but you know what I'm saying? The white man's the devil the Bible speaks of. If anybody, what's that? Take that off.
I had no idea. Never seen that.
See, we cooking with fire.
Absolute fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Little doohickey.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions online, go ahead and type it in the chat. Any questions, whether it's on the topic or if it's something else, you can just go ahead and type it in the chat. If anybody has any questions in the class, just go ahead and raise your hand and we're going to get to it. Well, it doesn't matter if it's on topic or not. We're going to get to any and all questions. It's not the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, we definitely going to answer it. Right? That's what we're here to do, to fix so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians problems. All right. What we're going to go into tonight. What's the name? What's the title of the class that I have?
Never bow to the heathen.
Never bow to the heathen.
That's right.
Never bow to the heathen, because if we bow to the heathen, we'll be in the same position we are in right now. You know what I'm saying? We got so-called, federal agents with masks on, kidnapping our northern tribe brothers and sisters in the middle of the street, middle of the day, in the dead of night. You know what I'm saying? Early in the morning. It doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter what place. They straight up kidnap people. You know what I'm saying? They can't just arrest you without probable cause. You know what I'm saying? If they see you committing a crime, then they can arrest you. If they or they go through the courts and they have, they've done their investigations and said, he's committed crimes or she's committed crimes, they go to a judge and the judge will issue an arrest warrant, and then they can go and arrest you. Coming into this country, and here's the thing. A lot of our brothers and sisters coming, this is their land. Let's get that, this is their land. You know what I'm saying? You ask the European Americans for their green cards. You know what I'm saying? Who invited them? Who allowed them to come in here? You know what I'm saying? But coming here and overstaying your visa is not a criminal act. It's a civil infraction. You know what that means? That means it's the same thing as if you do 50, 55, and a 45. If you come to a stop sign and you don't all the way stop and you just like kind of slow down and roll past it, you're doing the same thing. Are they kicking down your door and kidnapping you for that civil infraction? You know what I'm saying? No, they're not. So why are they doing it to the Northern Tribe brothers and sisters? It's their land. You know what I'm saying? This is their land. Who gave them the authority to do the things that they're doing to our brothers and sisters? Right. If we bow to them, you know, you ever heard the saying, you give them an inch and they'll take a mile. We bow. If we allow them to do just a little bit, they're gonna do the most. They're gonna do the most, and this is them doing the most. You know what I'm saying? One day it's gonna be real trouble in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen a few months ago where people just got fed up, man. It was just, you know, attacking ICE. You know what I'm saying? And out in Cali, throwing rocks and bricks and all that stuff at these cars and whatnot. These ICE agents. Right. Is going to get worse. Why? Because they're breaking up homes, they're breaking up families, and all in the name of what? Tougher immigration laws, saying that they're leeching off of the American system when that is totally untrue. They're stealing jobs. Really? No, they're taking jobs that nobody wants to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're doing jobs, not taking. They're doing jobs that no one wants to do, and they do it for even less than anybody would want to do it for. You know what I'm saying? They're making less than the federal minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Right. Doing out there doing backbreaking work. Not only that, these people, our people, are paying taxes. They are 1,000% paying taxes off of the slave wager that they're earning. So how in the world can you say that they're, you know, leeching off the system? This what's going to have to happen. There was a point in time where you know, Donald Trump was running for president, and he was, you know, pandering to a whole ton of our people. And our people, it was a lot of our people. When I say our people, I'm talking about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians believed his dribble. You know, believed the lies that he said. And now that, you know, he's president, I ain't even gonna say stab him in the back, because he's just gonna stab him right in the front, right in their chest. Look at him in the eye while he's doing it. We can't have that. We can't have that. It happened once before. It happened many times before. It's going to continue to happen if we don't turn back to the Most High God. And right now, we're going to get get to where we were oppressed, and we turned to the Most High God, and we won. He was with us. We're going to get some of that. Give me First Maccabees 1:1. But first, before we do that, hold on. Let me light this. Let me light this now. It's in there. It's in there. Yep. Just a little something. Now I got something special over here. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, right? This how Cap, you know, Cap told me just put a little drop. Just a little drop. Ooh, oh man. That's all you need. Send him home. Just a little drop. You see that? You smell it? Come on. I think I need a little more than a drop. That thing just, you know, went up in flames. You kicked it. It kicked it, right?
That's it. It kicked in.
I think I need a little more than a drop, but I'm gonna put the coals in, the rocks in first, and then I'm gonna kick it off again with a little more than a drop.
Overly decent, sure.
Whenever you got it, just go ahead. Hold on, before you go ahead, we got anything online?
Silent.
Most sign credit. Get the sign-in sheet up there, Baba Kashar. Remember, go to another tab. Oh yeah, open another tab. Don't. You know what you. Okay, all right. All right, go ahead.
Come. The first book of the Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander.
Wait. Turn this down just a little bit. One more. That's off, right? Put it on. Put it on the low setting, yeah. All right. I know Officer Kazak on it. Go bananas with this. Put you up here, you gonna go bananas.
I think you might be. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Save the water to also Gabaraka, providing us with such loveliness. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, that's it.
Right?
That's it.
I couldn't do it just a drop. Salaki cap. Couldn't do just a drop.
Hey.
Right? All right, let's go. Let's get it rocking.
The first book of the Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes,
and the Medes,
mm-hmm. that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
So who are we talking about? We're talking about Alexander the Great, right?
Come.
So we see him actually here in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is when he took over the known world at this point in time. That's what they're talking about, right? Let's keep going.
And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth.
Right. Keep going. So basically he was a ruler of the known world at this point in time. Keep going.
Verse 3. And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations. And so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
Right. So anywhere he went, Shalom does. Okay. So whenever he went, you know, everybody was was bigging him up. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he went, because he took out many kings, he won many wars. So he was feared in the land. His name rang out, right? Let's keep going.
And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings, and who became tributaries unto him.
So what does that mean? That means everybody paid him. You know what I'm saying? They gave him tribute. So almost it's like now everybody's kissing America's hind parts. If you want something if you want America to protect you, see them old like Sopranos, right? If you need some help from the mob, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, we can do this for you, but you don't have to pay us. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay tribute. And after Alexander, just whooped everybody's hind parts, it was automatic. You want us to not totally annihilate you. You're just gonna have to give up the best of whatever you have. Let's keep reading.
Verse 5. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
Okay, so if anybody knows anything about Alexander the Great, you know, he got sick like he was young. All the things that he's done, that he had done, he accomplished. It was a short span of time. He went to some of these different countries and he got sick, real sick, and then he knew he was gonna go. He was gonna go away. So when he did that, he called all his people together and he's gonna basically name a successor. Keep going.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
So everybody was gonna get some territories, right?
Come.
Keep going.
Come, sir. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Mm-hmm.
And his servants bear rule, everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And evils were multiplied in the earth. Why? Because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You give an evil person, you know, too much power or any type of power, they're gonna abuse it. And all these people, you know what I'm saying, had ultimate power. Their sons had ultimate power, and no one was there to check them. So it was a whole ton of evil that was going on in the earth, right? Let's keep going.
Okay. And there came out of them a wicked root.
Antiochus,
surnamed
Ephanes,
son of Antiochus, the king who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 130. Who had been hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
All right, so this is a time frame when he had, you know, reigned, right? Let's keep going.
In those days, when there were out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us."
Okay, so and in those days, there went out of Israel wicked men, just like there are wicked men today in Israel. They went out and they said, you know, try to persuade many. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out there and vote. What is a covenant? It's a like an agreement between two parties. So they were out there trying to convince us we gotta get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a black caucus to come together and bring our issues to the table, and then we come in agreement to the people who are, you know, who have power. Now, why are they called wicked men? Why are they not called you know, righteous men? Because they wanted to give us, you know, have our grievances aired out and whatnot. No, they just wanted the power because they seen that they was wicked men. There's no dealing with wicked men. There's absolutely no bargaining with wicked men. We shouldn't make any type of covenants with them, right? So these wicked men were trying to convince us, the masses of the people, to come to the table and have a covenant with them, right? Let's keep going.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So
this, like it real quick. It goes back to you know, when we left Egypt, we said the same exact thing. Right after we left Egypt, we was like, "You want us?" We told Moses, "You brought us out here to die." As soon as we left, you know, when we was back there, you know, we might have been in slavery, but we had, you know, we could celebrate our birthdays. You know, we could eat. We can go to McDonald's and get, you know, bacon cheeseburger and whatnot. It was easy, you know. Things were much easier. We had, you know, what they said, we had leeks and greens and whatnot. Everything was easy. But now that we're out here in the wilderness, you know, you just sent us out here to die. This is the same thing that we were saying back then. So they're saying as we left them, you know what I'm saying, we've had much sorrow. So we had to do things on our own. Just like we're going to have to do things on our own when Christ comes back. How do I know this? Because it says, you know, we're going to be in the wilderness yet again. We're going to have to do things for ourselves yet again. That's until, you know, Christ corrects the earth. How is Christ going to correct the earth? Say it. Come on. I know you want. You look like you want to say it. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
When he comes back, heads are gonna roll.
Yeah. That's how he's going to correct the earth. He's going to change the balance of power to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Right. So when he comes back for a time, we're going to be in the wilderness. We're going to have to get ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? And then once we get ourselves together, that's when, you know, things are still going to be hard. It's going to be real hard on them. You know what I'm saying? Things are going to be hard, but it's going to be even harder on them. Let's keep going.
So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward heroin that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
So they went to the king who allowed us to do the things that the heathens did, like celebrate birthdays, like eat unlawful things, lay with unlawful, you know, people.
So like if I may, I was wording it in my head when you were asked a question just now, you know, about how Christ was going to come back and, you know, things of that nature. And this, what it's going to look like, right? Head's going to roll, all of that. I just thought about it just now. You know how black people, the rest of the world outside of white people, can acknowledge and seize, at least black people can see the white privilege that's there, blacks and Hispanics, and it's so noticeable to us. It's like, damn, you know, when times get hard, how you say it's gonna be real hard for them in the end. It's like the earth is also going to see what the earth looks like without the white privilege. Like how obvious we could see it now, it's gonna look real obvious over there too. Ain't no what you doing over here in this neighborhood. Ain't no yes master and this, that. Ain't no what's going on, boss. It's the real, you know. I know it's a separate from the topic, but it made me think about it when you had asked that question, or when you had said the part that you know, it's gonna look real, you know, hard for them in the end. I just also thought about mine, like as obvious as white privilege is now, it's gonna look real obvious of it not being there in them end times. Kind of like how you go back to Egypt and how the water, it was blood for them Egyptians, but then it was cool for us.
Yeah.
And it was this for them, but it was, you know, hey man, we good over here. I could imagine what it's going to look like for them in the essence of what not having that privilege look like, what life looks like in that light, in that spectrum. So like it just made me think of it.
You want to know what it's going to look like? It's going to look like a term that no one uses anymore. White privilege. What is that? You mean Spike that we got out in the in the barn had some type of privilege? We're going to treat the lowest animals that we think are disgusting and vile. We're going to treat them better than Esau. You know what I'm saying? Mice and rats are going to get better treatment than Esau.
Right. That's right.
Let's keep going.
Come. Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
So they built a place to exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathens, right? To you know, they made these LA Fitnesses and Planet Fitness and all these other, you know, gyms where they exercise the customs of the heathens. You know what I'm saying? They you ever been to a gym and you see a sister fully or woman fully covered up? No.
Salaki, I have.
You have?
Come on, sir.
Okay, let's put it this way. How many sisters you seen like that compared to bitches in booty shorts?
Maybe like 4.
So how many? That's what I'm saying. So 4 compared to 1,000. Is that really a comparison?
La.
Nah, that ain't no comparison. We built places to be like them. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you started your own cooking school, right? You started your own cooking school and you call it, you know, the best Southern soul food, you know, style cooking food, wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you cook all types of, you know, soul food, and you only have two seasonings, salt and pepper. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you built this whole thing just to be like the heathen. That's what I'm trying to say. This is exactly what we did. We built places just to be like them. You know what I'm saying? We stopped wearing, you know, the things that we wore, and we started wearing, you know, togas and you know, sandals and whatnot. Now we started wearing, you know, the sisters stopped wearing the glorious things that they used to wear and started wearing the things that, you know, these heathens would wear. We did that back then. We're doing that now. So much so that people think that's our custom, that we dress like that. You look at old slave photos, and we actually have slave photos, and you see the sisters with head wraps, with the head wrap. You know what I'm saying? You see sisters in the field picking cotton in dresses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You see the men wearing clothes. They weren't barebacked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As hot as it was, they had on a button down. You know what I'm saying? And some overalls, so something like that. As tattered as the clothes we had, we were clothed. Them bastards, you know, walk around like that. Now we have that reputation because we were trying to be like them. And just like, you know, here it says, you know, that's how we made ourselves uncircumcised. Because, you know, after the 8th day, you know, we get cut. It ain't like you gonna grow that skin back. You know what I'm saying? So what does he mean by he say we made ourselves uncircumcised? We made ourselves to be like, you know, the reason why we were circumcised was for us to be, you know, a physical marker that we're supposed to be different than everybody else. Everybody else was, you know, they women talk to them a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Their kids talk to them a certain type of way. They eat a certain type of food and in certain ways that they prepare their food. They talk to their parents any old kind of way. I remember I was slaving with this one Edomite, and I was, you know, we was all in the break room, and I was like minding my business, and he was telling the story, so I'm just like hearing like part of it, and I like look up and I'm like, who are you talking to like that? He was like, I was talking to my mom's, and he was like, man, yeah, he was like, yeah, I told that bitch. I was like, you said the word. He was like, yeah. I was like, I talk to her like that. It's like, you a stinky, what do you call a skank slut hole or something like that? I'm like, you didn't say that. He was like, I'm dead ass. I talk to her like that because she's no good. She's a no good piece of trash. I'm like, what? What? You be around Edomites and you hear how the way they talk about their own parents. And then we get to think we can do that, and our whole, you know, community crumbles. Why? Because the Most High God says we're supposed to honor our mother and father.
Right.
But it says, and we made ourselves uncircumcised. Keep going. And forsook the holy covenant. What is the holy covenant? Things that we're reading out of here right now. We forsook it. We was like, that ain't for us. It's hot out here, so I have to wear booty shorts. The men too. Like, come on, really? Is a thing now that females go out, like and like exercise in their sports bras. You know what I'm saying? Like really? Like, come on. Or they'll have a sports bra on and put a jacket over it and then go out. You know what I'm saying?
You ever see the young ladies walking out now with the men's boxer briefs as outside wear?
What? So they're not wearing yoga pants anymore. They're wearing
Ethicas.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
I call them yoga pants, just long underwear. Because it's like, it's like skin tight.
Oh no,
it's like stockings.
They
you know what I'm saying?
What? If I may, I was giving this example to some folks for the last 4 months or so. There's different people, and just on a quick sidebar on it, right? Just bringing out the ethicals and whatnot. I said these designers and these brands and society really has these sisters confused. I said, you cool with wearing a 2-piece bikini suit, top and bottom at a beach or something, right? And y'all really think it's a difference between a bikini suit and a bra and some panties. I said, if you was laying down in bed and your man, you rolled over out of bed and you told your man, this all you had on was your bra and your undergarment. And you got out of bed and started to walk towards the door to go check the mail. Your man said, where you going? What you doing? I'm about to go check the mail. He would say something to you because you have nothing on in a bra and some panties. So what's the difference? Adding some sand and some seashells. Now all of a sudden it's cool to once again, it's the exact same thing. But it's this the influence that's behind it, as if that actually I put a different term on it, a different label on it. And now all of a sudden it gives it license to wear. You put apple bottom jean on it, it's no longer thong, it's no longer panties. You put a swimsuit on it and put some water around it, it's no longer exposing yourself. You put Ethica on it. You know what Ethica is?
No.
Ethica is this a probably one of the most recent brands in the last couple of years of some sort of underwear for man, but women put them on. They're like designed, so the entire underwear would be like Wolverine or Deadpool or some type of cartoon animated something or some design or something, and they boxer briefs. Skittles. For women put them on, and it's like apple bottom jeans and spandex form.
Ethica?
ETHIKA. ETHIKA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ethica.
These niggas. I have seen these bull daggers. Be wearing this like
yes they do. Yes they do. Yes they do. God.
Hey, they wearing them to the grocery store. You might even see somebody wearing them in a church.
That's where they belong. They belong in the church.
Right.
Oh boy, I tell you. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Where are we at? First Maccabees.
It was at verse 15.
Yeah, all right. Let's do verse 15.
Verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathens and were sold to do mischief.
What does that mean? Shoot, you can just look at the rap industry, the music industry. They were sold to do mischief. They were sold to have certain lyrics because if you go back in time, go back to the beginnings of hip hop, it was number one, it was storytelling, right? And it was really storytelling about our lifestyle and what we were doing and how to get up out of the bad situations that we were in, right? How to uplift each other and everything. Once we gave control over to the Edomites, it stopped being about that. Now it started being about, WAP, and it started being about what I'm saying, Mrs. Still Your Girl. And it started being about, all this other stuff that, whatever Sexy Red is singing about, or what these, what's that dude's name? Old Town.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Lil Nas, whatever that nigga be talking about. It's all about that type of stuff. Once we gave control over to them, you know what I'm saying? Now we have to talk about that stuff in order to get a dollar. We have to. You know what I'm saying? You think any of these there was a time period, well, even now, drill rapping. You think all of them is shooting people up? You think all of them are doing that? You know what I'm saying? You think all of them are successful drug dealers? You think that? You think all of them were talking about they talk about making all this ton of money and buying all these jewels. He really did. And he was really making all that money. Why? I ain't gonna say why stop. I'm gonna say why continue doing that. You know what I'm saying? Why if you had $1 million ain't gonna get you ain't gonna let you retire for life. But it can get you out the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It can get you out the hood. It can put you in a place where you ain't gotta wear pushaisi anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can go to school and gain a career, you know what I'm saying, with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Get you a trade. Get you out the hood, get you a trade and do something else. You can do that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe all these rappers, who are, making all these millions as non-rappers. You know what I'm saying? If you look at some of these guys' deals, they ain't making that much money in the industry either, anyway. All the jewels is rented. You know what I'm saying? The money that you see them having, a lot of that's show money, play money. You can buy that on Amazon. I bet people didn't know that. You can buy that on Amazon.
It's not me.
I know, yeah. Let's keep going.
Okay. Verse 16. Now when the kingdom was established before
Antiochus.
Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of 2 realms.
Okay, so he wanted to take over Egypt as well, right? Keep going.
Wherefore he entered into Egypt with great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded to death. Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in the 143rd year, and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude, and entered proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light and all the vessels thereof.
So, and this dude went into Egypt, and after he went into Egypt, he went into Jerusalem and sacked Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? He took everything that we had of value, of relevance, and he just he just took everything, right? Took the altar, He took the candlestick. You know what I'm saying? Back then there was no lights like this. There was candles. You know what I'm saying? And we had a great, huge, candles that it's probably as big as this table or more. You know what I'm saying? But it was on a golden candlestick holder. You know what I'm saying? So if it was a candle that as big as this, like a pillar, and it was candles all over the place in order to light up the tabernacle, the candlestick holders were the same. You know what I'm saying? And it weighed, just solid gold. We didn't do gold plated. You know what I'm saying? We did make some iron or some brass or whatever, and then plated in gold. Now everything was solid gold. And you know how Israel is. You know what I'm saying? Solomon was the first one to have grills.
The real gold number.
You know what I'm saying? First one to have grills. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible and Songs of Solomon. You can find that. You can look that up yourself. But we was always a people who showed our wealth like that. Let's keep going.
Come. And the table of the salaki, and the table of the shewbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crowns, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all of which he pulled off.
Everything that we had, you know what I'm saying? The pouring vessels, you know what I'm saying? The all this, the censers, this is a censer. You know what I'm saying? That everything was like gold. You know what I'm saying? Everything had jewels on it. Everything was worth something, had a value to it. Moreover, it had a value to us, but it was more of a cultural significance. Why? Because it was giving honor to our power. Right. So that's why it was that much more important to us. And the Most High taught us how to set everything up. You know what I'm saying? There was no, mingling of jewels, or it was the finest of everything. I don't know if you know this, but when we built the temple, we had to take stones that fit perfectly. There was no cutting to make it fit like that. We had to go out into the wilderness and find stones that fit perfectly to build the whole temple and whatnot. So that's the type of ingenuity the Most High required of us. Now that was from the least, you know what I'm saying, to the, you see the rings that go around the curtains and whatnot. Those were plated in certain materials, and the Most High, it got down to the nitty and gritty. We actually read it in the Sabbath service, and it got down to the nitty and gritty, to the little details like that. Had to be a certain way, had to be made of a certain material, and everything like that. And they took it all. They took the curtains, you know what I'm saying? They took the they took the pouring vessels, they took the cups and all that, they took the censers and everything. All right, let's keep reading. Anything on?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels. Also, he took the hidden treasures which he found.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly.
A great massacre. Now, if you look at the word massacre, it means basically one side wins. There was little to no effort. Now I can say little to no effort, but it was little to no fight back. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't fight back, but we weren't nearly as powerful as we once were. Why? Because we had wicked men to go to these other places, other nations, and wanted to make a pact with them, which made us weak. You know what I'm saying? It made us weak. There, in order for them to agree with us, we had to give up a whole lot more than they had to give up. Right? Let's keep going.
Come.
And he bragged about it. This bastard bragged about it very proudly. You know, he spoke very proudly of sacking Jerusalem, taking all of our stuff and bring great slaughter to us. Keep going.
Verse 25. Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were, so that the princes and elders mourned, the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of women was changed.
And the beauty of women were changed. They were hardened because of this. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Every bridge room took up
bridegroom.
Every bride room took up lamentation. And she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness.
Right. So we couldn't even get down like we really would. Why? Because we had something and then it was taken away from us. It's one thing to be born into it. It's one thing, you know what I'm saying? There's this one way, you know, how the way you feel, how the way you act, how the way you operate, how the way you survive when you're already in it. You know, that's all you know. Like us, that's all we know. But then there's another thing to know that you have something and it was taken from you. And it was nothing that you can do about it. And it just, you know, it breaks you. And that's how the way we were back then. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 28. The land also was moved for inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
We didn't know what was, you know, going on. We ain't know left from right. We ain't know up from down. We don't. It's like it's like a saying that we sadly oftentimes say, you know, we don't know what tomorrow holds. And when we say we don't know what tomorrow holds, is because between, you know, the white man being a devil, inflation, you know, war could probably break out, police jacking us up, you know, rival gangs or whatever, or not even a rival gang, just you know, YNs up to no good, you know what I'm saying? A crackhead, you know, because you gotta, in order to go from your house to the grocery store, you know, there's a crack house right over there, and you have to pass by it, you know what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You never know what's gonna happen, you know, day by day, right? So it was a lot of confusion because, again, once we had something, we thought we had, you know what I'm saying, and it was taken away from us. And really, the reason why it was taken away from us is because we forsook the Most High God. If we was actually doing what the Most High God, you know, told us to do, there wouldn't have been no. There would have been warnings, you know what I'm saying? There would have been men looking out, watching over us. You know what I'm saying? The Most High would have had our back. Let's keep reading.
Verse 29. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute into the city of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude.
So he sent his chief collector into Judah. Now, it showed, we just read that they took everything from us. He took everything from us. After 2 years, it was like, well, they probably got their ends back up. We're going to take some more. And he came with a great multitude. That's not saying he came with, you know, an entourage. He came with an army. He came with an army. Why? Because if we didn't give them what they felt was just due for the tribute, slaughter was gonna happen again. Let's keep going.
And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit.
Then spake peaceable words unto them. Just like I said, you know, what does the scripture say? Talk softly. Their words are smooth as butter, but war is in their hearts. That's exactly what this is talking about. They were speaking peacefully. They was lying, two-faced. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
Again, again. And when they gave him credence, what is it? What does credence mean?
They gave him what he asked for.
Yeah, again, what he asked for, and then they just came in. It came with war in their heart. That's all. That's all they want from us. It's not. And when I say want from us, it's not. They don't want to fight. They want to massacre. You know what I'm saying? They want to massacre. If we was able to punch them in the mouth and knock them down, they ain't gonna do it. They're a bunch of bullies. You know what I'm saying? They pick on people who know that can't defend themselves. And because we weren't honoring the Most High God, we couldn't defend ourselves. No matter how big our army was, no matter how many tanks or chariots or swords we had, fighting men we had, if we didn't honor the Most High God, we had nothing. And that's exactly what we do. We were not honoring the Most High God. Let's keep reading. Verse 31.
Verse 31. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, yo, like, why you do this? You know what I'm saying? You sacked our city before. You took everything that we had before. You came back. You took everything again, and then you slaughtered us. And now you're gonna burn our house down? Like, come on, man. Come on. There's a reason why these bastards are going to go into, captivity for at bare minimum 800 years. Bare minimum. Bare minimum, yeah. It's gonna be a rough captivity.
They didn't want what we had. They just didn't want to see us with it.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't want to see us with it. They didn't want to see us with the home. You know what I'm saying? Even our house must have been a threat to them. Let's keep reading.
Come on. Verse 31 still. And pulled down the house and the walls thereof on every side. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
But he killed the men, took the women and children as slaves, and they took our cattle. Keep reading.
Verse 33. They builded Salaki. Then builded they city. Salaki. Good. It's my dyslexia. Then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall, and with mighty towers, and made it a stronghold for them.
So now they're like, you know what, this can't happen again. What they did, they built some walls. You know what I'm saying? They rebuilt the city, and they built with a whole lot of strongholds and a whole lot of towers. Now, what are the towers for?
So we can have the high ground and be able to see them coming.
Not necessarily the high ground, but we can be able to see them coming. Yes. So that's what it was. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying, we've been destroyed so many times. In general, we don't have any towers. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any leadership to look out and say, hey, man, trouble is on the horizon. The only tower we have is a school with Commander General Yahanna. And he's been telling us about this, for decades. You know what I'm saying? He's been telling us about this for decades. Let's keep reading.
Okay. Verse 34. And they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and forfeited themselves therein.
Sorry, one more time. Read it from the top.
And they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and fortified themselves therein.
So it's the leaders of this nation right here was wicked men, and they had themselves in strongholds within the city. Keep going.
Okay. 35. They sorted also with armor and victuals. Mm-hmm. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there, so they became a sore snare. For it was a place to lie in, wait against the sanctuary, an evil adversary to Israel.
Right. So they're plotting and planning against Israel. They sacked us multiple times. You know what I'm saying? They burned down our homes and whatnot. And they're still plotting against us. Just like it's like now. You know what I'm saying? How many times they done destroyed us? You know what I'm saying? We had Black Wall Street. We had Seneca Village, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole ton, there's a whole ton of lakes that used to be black towns, you know what I'm saying? That just like you saying, you know, it's not only that they wanted what we had, but they just didn't want us, they didn't want to see us with it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we have something, whenever we build something for ourselves, they want to tear it down. They're always saying, you know, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. But whenever we do that, you knock us back down, take our boots, and then say, pick yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? These some wicked bastards. You had some?
Nah.
No? All right, let's keep going.
Come on. Verse 37. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it.
Just like they're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? These wicked bastards out here in the name of the law, they're shedding our blood. You know what I'm saying? They're killing us innocently in the street. They're pulling us over for nothing. Driving while black. That's the term. Why? Because it actually happens. You know what I'm saying? I remember the time when before the cell phone cameras and the little even the small handheld cameras and whatnot, the camcorders, that term was there. And people would call us crazy, conspiracy theory, call black people conspiracy theorists. And the police are not doing that. And then we have, you know, cell phone videos and camcorder videos of the exact same thing happening. And then there's like you can't defend it. But somehow, some way, they'll try and defend it. They'll still defend it. They'll be like, well, what happened before? Driving while black. How about this? A man was had a parade held in his honor, given the keys to the city by the mayor of that city, and he got pulled over by gunpoint. You know who I'm talking about?
I remember that story. Can't remember the man's name.
Bud Crawford, the one who just beat Canelo Alvarez in his own city of Omaha, Nebraska, where he lived all his life. Just had a major fight, a global phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? It was televised all around the world. Had a parade in his honor. That day, a parade in his honor, and he was given the keys to the city by the mayor. He was pulled over that night after he, you know, it was a party, and they were saying he was like swerving or whatnot. And the reason why they pulled him over because they said he was swerving. But I don't know if you know this, but you know, especially if it's in your own town, if you know high profile boxers like that, you know some of their habits. One of his habits is he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. You know what I'm saying? Now it's very legal for a grown, you know, adult to consume alcohol, but because of his profession, he does not drink. He doesn't even eat certain foods and whatnot. Why? Because he has to keep his body at a high, you know, level of, you know, consistency, whatever. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. Nothing like that. And you're going to pull him over for swerving and then pull him out of the car at gunpoint and not knowing who he was? Really? Really? Driving while black. Driving while black. And guess who? Here's another thing. Y'all heard of the brother Lacey, football player?
Oh yeah.
You hear about that story?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the college player?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Who self-deleted himself because of the lies of some Edomite cop? This Edomite cop, you know, lied on him, he tried to force not a confession, but a report saying that the dude caused the car crash.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gave the witness, when he gave the witness a paper to fill out the stuff, he was like, nah, that didn't happen. This is what happened. What you saying did not happen. This is what happened. So he didn't fill out that report. And then the cop filled out the report and said, well, okay, here's sign it. He was like, no, I'm not signing that because that's not what happened. And somehow, some way, he was still charged with a vehicular homicide. They disinvited him to the draft. He lost all his sponsors, and he was facing jail time. And then unfortunately, he couldn't stand the pressure, and he committed suicide. But then it came out years later. This was like 3 years ago. This was like 3 years ago. It was like 3 years ago that he actually that this thing happened, and now it's coming out that this cop lied, and the video footage of what actually happened.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying, this adversary right here has always done a number on us.
Right.
You see it way back here in when we was in our own land in Jerusalem, and it's happening right now. We're in captivity, and even though we was in our own land, we're still in captivity at that point in time. Because how is another nation going to be able to come into our city and fortify themselves in our own city, just like they have right now? They got National Guards right here in DC.
Yep.
Roaming around the whole city. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Started from the top of verse 38. And so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them. Wherefore the city was made an habitation of strangers.
So because of what was going on, we was like, man, we gotta get up out of here, and we left. So much so that now, this land, of America, was no longer, indigenous to the indigenous peoples here, the natives here. So much so now that you see Peggy Sue and Chad, Chad and Todd, you see them and you say that they are the real Americans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like it's being done here. I ain't gonna say how people fled, because they didn't. They were put in concentration camps in certain locations within the United States of America. But in that case, we fled. We just got up out of there.
Right.
So much so that they started taking over. It was more of them than it was of us. Keep reading.
And became strange to those that were born in her. And her own children left her.
Keep reading.
Verse 39. Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned into mourning. Her Sabbaths into reproach. Her honor into contempt.
Of course. Why was it like that? Why was that stuff happening? Why? Because strangers was there. They had no relevance to our temple, to our holy place. They took that and then made it, like a relic. You ever seen a ruin? Not a relic, but a ruin. You ever see the pictures of like the ruins in Rome and Greece and whatnot? There's, or even you go around neighborhoods and no one lives in these abandoned houses and whatnot. And they're just in disarray and whatnot. That you go to Baltimore, unfortunately, you see a lot of that.
Yep.
You see a lot of that. That's how the way they kept up our high holy places. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just took it and just left it, to be in disarray. Let's keep reading.
Verse 40. As had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased.
So even though you see how the way it was in all its glory, like how about this? I was going past RFK. Anybody been past RFK lately? If you go online and look at how the way RFK was when they won the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, back in the 90s or whatnot, it was a great place to be. Now, dead ass, it looks like a like a ghost town. Not even it looks like a ghost because the shell is just a shell. The insides are gone, so you can see how the way the shape of the stadium was, but you can see through it, and it's nothing in there. Man, it's bad. It's sad. It's sad. It's real. I've never been to RFK when, you know, at its height. But even before they started destroying it or you know, deconstructing it, it was glory. It was still had some, you know, you need some polish, you know, polish it up. But now it's bad, man. It's bad. Next time I go by there, I'm just gonna take like a little video, just roll by and play that. I can feel it in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. Like dead ass. It's real. It's real sad. It's real sad. So they're saying how glorious it was at one point, just how high it was at one point. It's just as equally low to what when these heathens had taken over. Let's keep reading.
And her excellency was turned into mourning. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
All should be one people. Sounds like America right here.
Right.
We all should be one people. But why they messing with us? Why they messing with so-called Hispanics? Why they messing with the Native Indians? We all supposed to be one people, right? Nah, lying ass nigga. Keep going.
Verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
So many of our people, you know, became TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying? Many of our people became Theffield Dollars. You know what I'm saying? Many of our people became
Dancing Kirk.
Yeah, Dancing Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Twerking Kirk.
Tooting Kirk.
A lot of our people became that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Verse 44. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
We should follow their laws. Why? Because they were over us. If we had been following the Most High God's laws, no one can come over here and tell us nothing. No one can tell us it. They would have sent an army back. They would have sent an army to our gates, and a few people would have went back. You know what I'm saying? No one was standing in our way when we was at our height. And the only time we was at our height was when we was following God's law, statutes, and commandments. Let's keep reading.
Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
So they're saying we can't do the things in order to atone for our sins. You know what I'm saying? We can't celebrate the high holy days. We can't observe the Sabbaths. We can't do anything that is of us. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do any of that stuff. We instead had to do their things. And their things was, if you want to join the military, you're gonna have to shave. No more beardos. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join us, you're gonna have to slave on Saturday. That's our high holy day. You know what I'm saying? That's the Sabbath day. If you want to be like us, you're gonna have to marry one of us. You can only have one. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, if you want to be like us, you have to take off them grills and put on a suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? What they call a penguin suit. You're gonna have to do that. Let's keep reading.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
That's exactly what we was doing. And that's exactly what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff this is America right now. They're telling us we have to do all this stuff. Right. There was a campaign where, you know, they were saying pork it was healthy, it was good for you. It was like it's the other white meat.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what I said? The pork is the other white meat.
Uh-huh.
No, No, pork is
Right.
Pork is an abomination.
And no pork on my fork.
No pork, no swine shall go past the lips of mine.
I was hearing online recently something about pork, and they were talking about how black people can't really digest pork, but the Edomites can. Like Edomites, they can digest pork, or they can digest it better than we can. Like our bodies weren't meant to receive it, and theirs were built for that type of food.
I haven't heard that, but I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go to where, you know, whether we can digest it or not. God said not to eat it, so we shouldn't eat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go there. Now, does it make sense that that they can digest pork, you know, better than black people or anybody else? Yes, I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they're beasts themselves. Pigs eat anything and everything. Pigs eat anything. They're the natural garbage disposals. I know this one Moabite. He was saying he had a pig farm in his homeland and whatnot, and he was saying once it's a pig farm, it can never be anything else. It can never, because the land is so polluted from whatever the pigs do. Yeah. Yeah, it can never be anything else. It has to. It either gets abandoned, or it continues to be a pig farm. Pigs are disgusting. I would say pigs are the most disgusting things on earth, but then there's no room for the white man. There's no room for them. But let's keep going.
Verse 48, that they should also have their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanliness and
profanation.
Profanation.
Yes. So they're saying we need to just basically abandon our whole way of life. Our whole way of life, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way we communicate with people, with each other, the way we serve our power, which really means we can't serve our power according to their laws. We can't the things that, like I said, the things we eat, the things we wear, the way we treat each other, our relationships, all that is changed. All that is done away with. And we have to do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? We have to lie. We have to cheat. We have to steal. We have to finesse in order to be like them. You know what I'm saying? We profane ourselves to be like these stinking bastards. And why? Because it goes back up to the verses before. It says the wicked men in Israel wanted to make a covenant with them. We weren't supposed to make no type of covenant with them at all whatsoever. You got something, Barack?
Question online beside the topic. Trooper Nasa one says, "Can I get a breakdown on Romans 14, sir?" Hasn't given the verse though.
I need that verse. Romans 14 and what? You want to break down on the whole chapter? Well, yeah, I'm gonna need that verse. Romans 14. I need the verse. And also, if you want, is it just a general breakdown, or is it a breakdown on a specific thing? What is this? What is the thing that you need to be broken down? Right? And while we're getting that, let's just keep reading. Just let me know when he responds to that. Okay. Let's keep reading the Maccabees.
Awesome. Maccabees, verse 49. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
So this is their end goal. So we're gonna forget the law and change all of our ordinances, right? And this is exactly what they did to us in slavery. Mm-hmm. They force us to comply with their way of life. You know what I'm saying? We ate pork because there was nothing there to eat. We should have just starved. You know what I'm saying? We worshipped their God. which is this passage right here. We worship their God because they didn't give us the whole Bible. You know what I'm saying? They gave us, a chopped and edited version of our records. If we would have read, the whole thing, we would have found out who the hell we were, who we actually were. And that would have given us all the power that we needed, you know what I'm saying, to bring Christ back. You know what I'm saying? But we had to go through that in order for us to remember that if we ever disobey the Most High God again, that's on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Okay. Verse 50. And whosoever would not do according to the commandments of the king, he said he should die.
So it's anyone who doesn't do what he said, we need to die. If we took a knee during the national anthem, who's going to die? You know what I'm saying?
Trubunasa one says, yes, General, people use this as say you can eat whatever you want. I believe that's probably one we're talking about Peter or something.
But what's the script? What's the verse?
So you want to enter the verse in the chat section. Enter the verse. Romans what?
Romans 14 and what? I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown because we're at the end of our time.
There you go. 1 through 7.
1 through 7. Let's get Romans 14, 1 through 7.
Romans chapter 14, verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations.
Disputations, right? Let's keep on.
For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs.
Okay.
Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for God hath received him.
Okay, real quick. What was the question again? And what did he say?
What is engine or breakdown? It says people use it to say you can eat whatever you want.
Okay, so it's saying for one beloveth that he may eat all things, another it's like one believeth that he may eat all things, and another who is weak eateth herbs. So it's saying, basically it's saying people who are we got this back and forth even till today. People who eat, what do you call it, omnivores?
Mm-hmm.
Eat meat and vegetables and whatnot. And then you got people who are either vegetarian or vegans. They only eat herbs and whatnot. The people who eat meat, they say, the vegetarians and vegans are weak. So they call them because they're smaller, usually, not all the time, but so they're smaller. And that's what they're saying. But they're saying, don't hate the person who just eats vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Who's a vegetarian. And don't hate the one who eats meat. Why? Because they really do not like each other. What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Why are you hating somebody just because someone eats meat, or you hate someone because all they eat is vegetables? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Okay. Verse 3. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not. Salaki. Verse 4.
Keep reading.
Come. Verse 3. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for God hath received him.
Right. Who
art thou that judgest another man's servant?
So who are you to judge another man's servant? Basically, as like they're not yours to judge over. You know what I'm saying? You got some employees and I got some employees, and I say, well, you shouldn't be doing that with your employees. These are when they're saying like that, these are God's servants. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is the one that judges them like that. So who are you to judge them like that because he only eats vegetables? Or who are you to judge him because he only eats they eats meat? Right? Let's keep reading.
Salaki. Who art thou that judges another man's servant? To his own master he standeth, or falleth. Yet he shall be holden up, for God is able to make him stand.
Right. All right. So he's saying, basically just what I said. Let's keep reading.
One man esteemeth one day above another. Another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
So man, if you're gonna do this, you know what I'm saying. If one day you're gonna eat meat, go ahead and do that. But then the next day you like, I just want to eat these vegetables and stuff, or I just want to eat raw and whatnot. Vegetables, not meat. There's a thing where people go raw. They don't eat cooked vegetables. They don't eat just you pull a carrot up, wash it out, and eat it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get down. Saying if you want to do that, go ahead, do that. You know what I'm saying? Be persuaded in your own mind. Let's keep going.
Okay. He that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day to the Lord, he doth not regard it. He that eateth to the Lord, for he giveth God thanks. And he that eateth not to the Lord, he eateth not, and giveth God thanks.
So he's saying, look, if you eat meat and you're thanking the Most High God that you're allowed, that you have the opportunity to eat this, lamb or this turkey or this chicken, you know what I'm saying, or this beef, you know what I'm saying. And if you don't eat that, you thank God that you can eat this, this mushroom. You can eat this sunflower. You can eat this
dandelion.
Yeah, this dandelion. This cabbage. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? This cabbage, this cauliflower that you made it to look like nuggets or rice. You know what I'm saying? Either way, both of y'all are still thanking the Most High God for it. That's what he's saying. Let's read the 7th verse.
Okay, verse 7. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself.
And no man dieth to himself. Okay, so basically he's saying that people are using these scriptures or this chapter to say that you can eat anything, right? The very easiest way to say to debunk this saying or this belief is just go to the morgue and get some fresh human. Yeah, just you know what I'm saying, or you ain't got to go to the morgue. Just go to the hospital where they're about to go, you know what I'm saying, and cut off a leg. You know what I'm saying, get you some nice fresh thigh. Get you some nice fresh thigh, chop it up, dice it up, and do whatever the hell you want to do with it. That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the funeral home if you want to get some older. It's cheaper, right? Get some older meat. Go ahead down to the funeral home, and before they bury it or before they embalm it, because there's all the chemicals. You don't want the chemicals or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And get you some of that. Get you some of that. You know what I'm saying? If they, matter of fact, go down to the crematorium and be like, hey, let me get that arm. Let me get that arm up off you. It's gonna be faster. You can cremate the body. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere in here that says you can eat people. You know what I'm saying? Or go ahead and get do like the Moabites do and eat the mandolin and some bats. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the zoo and whatever died, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that. Get that hyena that died. And fry you up some nice hyena chops. It doesn't say anything like that, does it? Why? Because there's already a law governing the things that we can eat. There's nothing in there that says that you can eat anything and everything. If they can take that into effect, or if they take this scripture and then say that you can eat anything, you can eat people. You can eat, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and eat people. You can eat some dog. You can eat some cat like the Moabites do, because that's what they do. That's what they do. Stop playing with me. That's what they do.
Slack, if I may. To go a little bit deeper, because I know this is in the Old Testament. What happened, or what should the response be if they say, but that's the Old Testament?
Where does it say that the Old Testament is done away with? Matter of fact, okay, here's a better thing. Christians like to say, you know, that's the Old Testament. Ask them, do they pay tithes? That's the Old Testament. Christians love to say, you know, obey your parents, your father and your mother. That's the Old Testament. That's done away with. You ain't got to obey your parents. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do none of that, right? What was Christ teaching? Christ was teaching the Old Testament. So they're gonna be like, well, you know, the Old Testament was, I've heard this before. The Old Testament, when he died on the cross, it was nailed to the cross. So the whole time we're following Christ, and Christ is doing the Old Testament. Now that he died for us, we don't have to do the Old Testament. We don't have to. They love to say, you know, we have to follow. We're followers of Christ. We're Christians, right? Followers of Christ. So you're not going to do what he did while he was here? You're not going to follow his teachings because he was teaching the Old Testament. Stop giving your pastor that 10%. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, because it's the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? You don't obey your parents. Better yet, you can follow any God you want to follow, because the Old Testament says, you know, you only to follow the Most High God. There's many other ways to, you know, make them feel stupid, because that's exactly what they are, stupid. Stupid, man. Christians are stupid, and I can say that fully with my chest. I say it with my chest, because once upon a time, before I came into the truth, I was stupid. I was a Christian. I was a stupid Christian. A stupid Christian. Yeah, I believed everything that they told me. Not really, because I still wasn't doing what they was doing. So I was being a good Christian. Do anything I wanted to do. I was being taught. I was taught, you know, to do anything I wanted to do, because that's what Christianity is. Do whatever it is you want to do. And if they say that, just go ahead and, you know, and eat a baby. Eat grandma that just passed away. You know what I'm saying? Eat granddad that just passed away. Eat, you know what I'm saying? There's a ton of people that die every day. You know, just like Cameron said, people die every day, B. Go down to the morgue and get you, you know, a nice cut of, you know, thigh meat, sliced real thin. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your sandwich. Do that. Because people are stupid, man. Christians are stupid. It says you can eat anything. Eat, you know, the dog. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and eat the dog. They got a dog problem in Russia. Go ahead and get you some dogs. I hope I answered Nasuan's question.
Definitely answer mine. The water.
I answered your question? Okay. Yeah, because the Christians are stupid. They have no sense. They have no sense at all. We got anything else? And we ain't gonna finish this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna finish this. Hold on. I had something highlighted, but I ain't gonna get to that. With that, I pass the class over to Precinct Officer Barack.
We got the security announcements. We at the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'ishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You give to the treasury department of the teacher. Priest fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming holy convocation. Big shout out to all the schools that just kicked off the Feast of Tabernacles. That was on this previous Monday. The next upcoming would be the closing, which would fall. That was on Sunday. The closing would be Monday, October 13th. All right, that you can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 34 through 44. And this is the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles as well. You understand? Big shout out to, who was it? I.S.U.P.K. Cali, SoCal out there. You know what I'm saying? Commander Yahanna, the whole West Coast team knocking out that Cali cookout. It was phenomenal. All the pictures is up there. I make sure y'all liking them pictures and reposting them pictures and videos and interviews, all of that. There was a lot of activity going on out there. And to close the year, you're gonna have Houston that's going up next. Is it Houston?
Yeah.
You're gonna have Houston that's going to wrap it up. You understand, for the cookouts this year, this summer. You understand, is I.S.U.P.K. Houston down there in the south. As well, Commander Yahanna gonna be going live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The name of the channel is The Real General Yahanna. That's once again 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The name of the channel is The Real General Yahanna. Gonna be going live tonight. Anything you want to add on that?
No.
I just want to make sure that you pay your tithes. Make sure that you accurately paying your tithes. All right. Remind Akim Akwati to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black cape, and a scarf. And with that, I say a majim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah,
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yajim Matah, class dismissed.